Hello, this is the Irish Extra, and lads, yes, the Premier League predictions are back, and I can reveal the leaderboard right now for the Premier League predictions competition we have going on this channel for the last 2 weeks. And lads, considering there were like over 600 submissions last time out, then whoever winds up winning this leaderboard week by week, and whoever tops it in May, then I can only assume you're some sort of nerdy scientist. And lads, today I will tell you who is top of the master leaderboard, because lads, I've narrowed it down, okay? I'm going to give 1 point for a correct outcome and 3 points for a correct scoreline. Now, last week, 3 people out there got 4 correct scorelines, and you people are absolute wizards. They are, please listen to our scholars, Jake O'Brien 2054, and CBPN3FM. The last one just sounds like a Star Wars robot. Jake got Spurs 1, Newcastle 2, Aston Villa 1, Brighton 0, Forest 0, Wolves 0, West Ham 1, Man United 1, and please listen got Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2, Man City 3, Fulham 0, Aston Villa 1, Brighton 0, and Chelsea 2, Leeds 2. You people are absolute wizards out there. Okay, so lads, get into your predictions, but make sure you have it in this format, okay? Team, score, team, score. So, Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. Get it in like that if you want your prediction to be counted in the overall leaderboard, and see if you can drag Pop Manika off the top. And lads, I know what you're thinking. Okay, what's the prize if you top the leaderboard in May? The overall leaderboard in May. Well, it's a trip with me to Disneyland, of course. What, don't you want to go for a ride on the teacups? We can share a big bowl of popcorn? No, absolutely not. No, that is creepy beyond belief. No, I will give you, if you win this leaderboard in May, I'll give you a signed shirt of your choosing. Not really sure what my signature has to do. Actually, that would just ruin the shirt, wouldn't it? Might just buy you the shirt and that's it. And I'll also do an old school football origins on the club that you support, if you want to see that. And if you're over 18, you can ring into this channel and explain to everyone how on earth you managed to win the leaderboard, okay? So, yeah, I mean, I think that is a suitable enough prize for the leader. And right now, the person who's winning with 22 points at the top of the overall charts is Pop Manika. Well done to you, Pop Manika. You are the woman-man creature to beat. All right, let's see. So, first game week, Aston Villa versus Leeds. You know what? I'm going to go with an Aston Villa win. Look, I know Leeds have been really good lately, and they could absolutely take a point at Villa Park, but nah, I think Villa, look, I don't know, Villa are going through a bit of a slump as well. I think they'll finish the season strongly, though. I think, just like Unai Emery whipped his team back into shape after the first 5 games of the season where you were struggling for goals, I think you're going to come good again. And yeah, I'm going to go with a 3-1 Villa win. Yeah, and if Villa don't win, then I will stand outside pouring orange juice over my head. I really do think they're going to come back with a comprehensive win. I'm going to go, 3-1. I'm going to go Morgan Rogers, Tammy Abraham, and Ollie Watkins. I think they'll bounce back from that horrific FA Cup defeat to Newcastle, where their goalie, you can just blame your goalie for that. Marco Bizzo rushing out of his area to absolutely clatter Jacob Murphy about 3 miles from his own penalty box. It was mad. Very naughty, but again, don't talk to me about that game, because that was also a match where Newcastle were not awarded a penalty, despite Luca Digne handling it like 10 yards inside his own box. For some reason, we were given a free kick. Ridiculous. But look, I do think Villa win this game. Okay, next up, Chelsea versus Burnley. I mean, Chelsea are obviously going to win this. Absolutely. I know I've given Liam Senior a bit of a hard time, and I do feel kind of bad about that. I've been calling him like a pencil-nosed geek, saying that he's some limp weasel. I think I'm just bullying him because he wears glasses. Lads, I'll let you all in on a secret. I need glasses too. So, yeah, I'm kind of being a bit mean to Liam. So, yeah, I'm going to give you a win. Don't worry, Chelsea. I'm giving you a comprehensive 4-0 win. Because Burnley, I know they just pulled off a fantastic win at Sellers Park, but unlike Leicester's 3-2 win at West Brom like 12 years ago, it's not going to be much. This is not the start of some great escape. You are too far away from safety. I mean, I'd love to see it for the absolute drama and laughter of it all, but nah. Nah, I'm going to go with a 4-0 Chelsea win, and if Chelsea don't win, then I will sing happy birthday to random strangers on the street. Yeah, I'm going to go 4-0. I'm going to go João Pedro to Cole Palmer penalty and Pedro Neto. If he's fit, I mean, for all I know, he could have just pulled his hamstring pouring a bowl of Rice Krispies. I mean, that poor man. All right, next up, Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Oh, Wolves have been picking up points, you know. They just picked one off Arsenal with a player I didn't even know they had. Tom Adozie doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but it doesn't matter. They still scored the equalising goal. Honestly, when I saw his face on the telly, I fully thought they just pinched Sammy Adozie at the last minute, and no journalist had bothered to report on it. Maybe he just come in Adam Armstrong's suitcase. He felt a bit like that free toy you get in a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Although for some reason right now they're trying to give away Friends action figures. To what? To children? Do you think children watch TV shows that came out in 1994? Use your head, McDonald's. But let's see. Palace win. If Palace don't win, then I will have a public picnic with Mr. Crumbles outside. I know, am I really saying this actually? Because they did just lose up to Burnley. And they did just fail to beat a Bosnian team in the Conference League. Palace are wobbling. So the smart thoughts would be that Wolves will win. Right? Or at least get a result. No, you know what? I'm going to stick firm with Palace because they are the overwhelming favourites. And I have to think that Wolves will be exhausted considering they just played a match on Monday. But then again, Palace just played a match on Wednesday. Thursday even. So Palace could be the tired legs out there. Okay, I'm really umming and ahhing about this. And I'm really thinking twice about the forfeit. Can I, delete that picnic forfeit? Can we just pretend I never said that? No, that's the chicken's way out. Okay, I'm going to stand firm on this. I'm going to double down. I'll go for the Palace win. Oh, but I'm not confident about this now. 2-1, I guess. Larson with both against his former club. And for Wolves, Tomadozi. Oh, now I think Wolves will win now. Can I just delete this forfeit? No, that would be, I'd be an absolute chicken, and my mum would be right about me that I have no backbone or spine. Palace win. All right, next up, Forest versus Liverpool. This is a tough trip for Liverpool. Is what I would have said a month ago or even a week ago, when Forest had Sean Dyche at the wheel, someone who, is one of the rare people alive to know what it feels like to mastermind a Merseyside derby win over Liverpool. So he would have absolutely had Arne Slot's number, just like he did at Anfield earlier this season. So I think this is a real idiot move from Forest getting rid of him. And for Vita Pereira, someone who did fail to win his first 10 matches of the season with Wolves, there's a reason why the club still rooted to the bottom of the league decided he was no longer good enough for them. And I know Forest are banking on the fact that he pulled off some sort of miracle springtime run of form with Wolves last season, but I don't know. I don't see a repeat of that, and I think this is the wrong chess move which sends you down. And Liverpool, they've massively improved over the last couple of months. They're well and truly out of their sticky patch. And they just became the first team all season to beat Sunderland in their own stadium. So, yeah, I have to think they're going to rock up to Forest and win. I know Forest could have a new manager bounce, but surely the new manager bounce wears off when you're into your fourth manager of the season, right? You can't have... there was no new manager bounce with this set of players for Ange Postecoglou, and I can't remember Sean Dyche instantly turning it on in the first couple of weeks. So, yeah, I know they just got a great 3-0 win away to Fenerbahce, but I think Pereira could be one of those managers who does well in Europe, but fails in the Premier League, a bit like Igor Jesus. He's like the managerial version of him. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Liverpool win. I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. I'm going to go Ekitike and Gakpo. And, if Liverpool don't win this game, then I will stand outside Aldi with my face covered in yogurt. Next up, Spurs versus Arsenal. I've missed out a couple of games. I've missed out loads of games here. Okay, hang on a second. Brentford versus Brighton. I'm going to go 1-1. It just screams of a 1-1 game, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll go Igor Jesus, actually. And... Charalampos, the little Greek kid. Yeah, just a couple of mid-table clubs this. Yeah, 1-1. All right, next up, West Ham versus Bournemouth. 4-3 Bournemouth win. Just like they did it on this patch in 2015 when Callum Wilson scored a hat-trick. I don't know why, but I just smell a high-scoring match. I know West Ham have been doing really well lately, but so have Bournemouth. And Tony Iriolo has absolutely turned around their form, so... yeah, I'm going to go 4-3. I'm going to go with goals for Bournemouth from Krupi Jr., 2 from Evan Nielsen and 1 from David Brooks. And for West Ham, Callum Wilson, why not, and Tati and Pablo. I think all of their strikers will score, all in the second half after Bournemouth racing to like a 4-0 lead. I know West Ham will be doing really well, but I just can't back against Bournemouth right now. They look sensational. All right, next up, Man City versus Newcastle. There's no forfeits on this because I want Newcastle to win. Of course I do. But we never win at the Etihad. And, we're going to be so sick of playing Man City when this season is out because we're already due to play them 5 times. Twice in the Premier League, 3 times in the domestic cups. Can you imagine if we wind up facing them in like the Champions League quarterfinals? That'll be 7 times we've played against Man City in one season. 7 times we're going to be sick to the face of them. Look, Eddie Howe, before the cup final against Liverpool a year ago, we did have a Premier League trip to Anfield and we threw it. He completely sent out the wrong Newcastle team, almost got them to hustle Liverpool and pretend we were just this sad little limp side and they had our number. And then before absolutely whipping the players into shape for the cup game. Now, I'm not saying Eddie's going to do that for the FA Cup because it's not a final or anything, and this is a huge game in the. I don't know. I think a Man City win. They're going to have their tails up. They're going to want to absolutely take advantage of the of Arsenal tripping up Wolves. But then again, this is a Newcastle team which has won at Villa Park out at Tottenham, and just we're 5-0 up at halftime in a Champions League match. And by the way, I know Brian's come out and he said, "Oh, Anthony Gordon, he should have given a pity penalty to Volta-Matic." Will you please stop that narrative? We just won a Champions League match 6-1 away from home. Anthony Gordon, he scored 4 before half-time. He's never going to have the opportunity to do that again in his life. He's chasing the Champions League golden boot. Like, I just don't understand that way of thinking. But yeah, where was I? 2-0 City. Turkey and Haaland. All right, next up. Okay, we've done Palace. We've done Liverpool. Sunderland versus Fulham. Oh, Sunderland win. Yeah, no forfeits on this one, but yeah, Fulham are usually on the beach this time of the season, and Sunderland I mean, they might hit 40 points and then give up, maybe, but until they hit that number, I think they'll still keep trying to grind out results. So yeah, 2-1 Sunderland. Lafay and Isidore off the bench, and for Fulham, Raul Jimenez, but okay, next up, Spurs versus Arsenal. Okay, Arsenal win. I know everyone's been freaking out because they dropped points at Wolves, and I remember in the last video I said that Brentford would beat Arsenal, and I got an Arsenal fan in the comments saying that this is pathetic now. Oh, well, you're just making up these crazy results because you think Arsenal will somehow bottle it. Okay, if it makes you feel better, if I also predicted the Wolves game, I would have given Arsenal a win at Molineux. So really, I would have had them collecting 3 points from those 2 games. In reality, you picked up 2 from 2 games. So I actually was predicting that Arsenal would pick up more points in a week than they actually got. So, no, I don't think me tipping Brentford to beat Arsenal 2-1 was that pathetic or stupid, because they nearly did. They had chances at the end. But I don't think that Igor Tudor will have much of a new manager bounce at Spurs. I think he's the wrong pick. I think he's going to be the modern day Felix Magath. I think he's going to come in. He's going to be way too intense, barking in everyone's face. And I don't think this Tottenham team has the characters to respond to that. Maybe Christian Romero, maybe Van de Ven at a push, but I think everyone else is a bit too meek. Half of them are children. I don't think they'll respond well to Tudor at all. And I don't think this is going to be like Michael Carrick's first game was a massive derby win over City. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Arsenal are going to win this. I think it's going to be nervy. I think it's going to be tight. But I think it's going to be a 1-0 Saka. 1-0 Arsenal. And if Spurs do win, then I'll ask strangers for directions whilst dressed as Deadpool. And I won't reference the fact I'm dressed as Deadpool at all. And just see how they react. It'll be weird. But I'm just so confident that I don't think Tudor's Tottenham will do anything. I think he's the wrong pick. They needed a friendly face to come in there. Not some cold fish. Again, that's also counterintuitive, because a comment did point out in one of the videos that I also tipped Rafa Benitez for the job, who is absolutely colder than a fridge, but I just think Tudor's way too intense. All right, then, finally, Monday night, Everton versus Manchester United. I think it'll be a draw. I know Everton's home form is pretty porridge. It really is. They should be doing a lot better. But, I don't know. Steve Moyes against his former Man United pupil, I guess, Michael Carrick. Yeah, I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be Monday night. I think the fans will be up for it, and yeah, it'll be a bit like when Man United traveled to West Ham. I think they'll be lucky to get out of there with a point. So I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go Iliman Ndiaye will get Everton the lead, and again, Šeško equalizer. So that is the end of the video. Get your predictions in there, lads. I want to see if you can. Who's going to be the one to drag Pop Manika off the top and see, can anyone beat the correct 4 scorelines for last week? Because 3 people did it. and only one person did it the week before that. So 4 is the one to beat. Can you get 5? Can you be the absolute ultimate genius who can do that? We'll see. Anyway, get your comments in. Get your predictions in. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, ways. I'll waffle you in a while.